Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there's Diamond Dave Damone. That's the Appleton Oak. This is the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Guys, tonight we are taking a look at the last one. We're so excited. It's called Where I Really Come From. I just want to get to it.
Wow, that was so quick. It caught me off guard. You know me, I'm definitely ready, willing, and able.
Let's go.
I've had goosebumps the whole time. I cannot wait. So it is time.
Dan?
Let's go! Oh.
Oh.
What an open.
We need to talk.
Oh, that was quick. Oh!
Mark.
Let my dad go!
It's me, Mark. It's just me. It's time for you to know where I really come from.
Oh, here we go.
I am from Viltrum. We have created a perfect civilization. In order for our people to reach their full potential, we had to remove the weak from our society. It was a long and difficult process.
Oh!
When it was over,
Oh my
our
God.
population was cut in half. By the time I was born, Viltrum was already the greatest empire in our galaxy. We decided to make it the only empire in our galaxy.
Just wiped out everybody.
We needed a better, more efficient way to conquer worlds. Our most trusted officers were each given a planet to weaken by themselves. I couldn't tell your mother why I was here. Now, we need to get Earth ready to join the Viltrum Empire. We can finally do what we were meant to do, be who we were meant to be.
You lied to me.
You couldn't know the truth. Not until you had your powers, not until I was sure.
So if I wasn't, I'd just be one more human to conquer? You love me! You love Mom! I know you do!
The older we get, the slower we age. Viltrumite DNA is so pure, you're nearly full-blooded. You'll live for thousands of years.
Whoa.
Oh, what?
Everyone you know and love will be gone before you even look 30. I do love your mother, more like a pet to me.
Oh!
Whoa.
What?
Then I'm gonna go enslave my friends for a bunch of aliens I've never met? This is my life! I don't give a shit about Viltrum. I don't care if I live a fucking million years. This is my home, and I won't let you destroy it.
I can't let you interfere.
Oh boy. Gonna knuckle up against the old man.
Oh, he says so be it.
Oh, he's gonna
Jesus.
Do you really think you can stop me?
Can't believe dude said his mom was like a pet.
Yeah.
I need to know where they're going before they get there.
They're slowing down about 20 miles southeast of Chicago.
Jets.
What could they do?
At least they're a distraction.
Distraction.
We just need to buy some time.
We couldn't even keep up with them.
We follow Cecil's orders and remain here.
What's happening with Mark and Omni-man?
Omni-man's kicking the shit out of him.
To face his father and survive, he'll need to be
Invincible.
There we go. Title.
Oh, what a mess.
So it's going to take everybody to get Omni-man.
Either that or Mark's gonna get some kind of power he doesn't realize.
Oh, jeez.
Engaging.
Oh, they actually have pilots in there?
I was going to say, they basically sent them to their demise.
Yep.
Yeah, what is a fighter pilot's gonna do to this guy?
Buy him some time for a distraction.
Look what they need to mimic a fraction of our power.
You're right, Pit.
Yeah. Whoop-de-doo.
He's going to laugh.
Oh, look at that. He's on fire a little bit.
I got you. No wall deploy.
Oh.
No.
He'll get him.
Is he gonna make it?
Oh, man.
Watch this old man
Yeah.
take dude out.
Didn't think I was gonna make it.
No.
So much effort. For what?
That was messed up.
Give me tone, give me tone.
Give me tone.
Killed him.
Hour in 50 years when he's old, what difference does it make?
Oh, jeez.
He'd have a life.
Did seeing that man lose his life disturb you? Let's see how you handle this.
Oh, Jesus. Punched him all the way to New York? Is that what's happening?
I think that's Chicago, because they're southeast
excuse me,
Chicago.
Okay, let's talk about collateral damage here.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Dude, what a perspective they gave us on that.
Yeah.
That's all from just getting punched.
Yep.
Holy shit. He is messed up.
All those bodies.
Oh,
Yep.
there's dead people everywhere.
Oh, it's gonna collapse.
Oh.
I've got you.
I mean, there's just no way that building's gonna stay up. Nope.
Oh my God.
Oh, no.
I'm telling you, I think Mark's gonna get some more powers here.
How many more need to die, Mark? And what were they doing with those fragile little lives anyway?
Oh, my God.
You know in your heart I'm right.
About how pathetic and pointless humanity is. Is Mom's life worthless?
In the grand scheme of things, yes.
Oh.
How could you say that about Bob? Liar!
Oh, remember when he gets mad?
Yeah. Remember he had that big explosion before when he got mad?
For the first time in your life, I'm telling you the truth.
Jeez.
Oh, they're all wiped out.
Jesus, they just keep taking out more and more people.
I need to save them.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
this time you'll learn.
No. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God. What the fuck?
It's just running through it.
What the hell?
They showed it.
Showing all of it.
God, dude, this is a bit much. Even for animated. Yeah.
These people are meaningless.
I've seen you save people. I've seen you almost die to protect them. Maybe you were a Viltrumite when you came to Earth, but you've changed.
I'm loyal to Viltrum, not this pathetic excuse for a civilization. I will burn this planet down.
Oh, jeez.
Nothing.
Oh, Mark. Dude, he is taking an ass beating,
Was he
man.
playing tennis with himself?
Yeah, ping-ponging them.
Well, your true education begins now.
Oh, no. Now what?
He's just gonna run him into the ground.
Gear up. We can't stop this fight, but we can save lives.
Thank you.
You're not a robot anymore.
Oh, jeez. Cut a cruise ship in half.
Got to come out the other end.
And he's just kicking his ass in every corner of the globe.
Holy
causing
Christ.
natural
Using
disasters.
him, yeah, using him to do. Oh,
Yep.
wow.
I'll stop you.
I'm ready when you are.
Ugh.
You're doing this for nothing. Being a part of the Empire will make Earth better than it ever was.
And what if they resist?
That's why we're here. To keep them from resisting. To show them how wrong they are. How pointless it is. That they can be a part of something bigger. Or die.
I won't let you.
Oh,
Man, Mark.
His voice now sounds like
Glenn, it really does.
Yeah.
In 7-1?
Yeah.
I can always start again. Make another kid.
Oh,
jeez.
Ooh. Oh. The Mark is done. I mean, he can't survive this.
If I have to watch this game, I'd have a better view from above. This is a waste of everyone's time. There's so much more I could be doing right now.
Oh, you're gonna miss it. We made him. He's ours.
It's out of here.
But our children remind us of the joys in life. This is humanity.
Come on, Mark!
Go!
Go, Mark, go!
Safe!
Boom.
Dad, did you see? Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah, I saw.
Oh my gosh.
Damn it!
Listen to him breathe.
Why did you make me do this? You're fighting so you can watch everyone around you die. Think, Mark. Everyone and everything you know will be gone. What will you have after 500 years?
You, Dad. I still have you.
Oh.
Dad?
I like how they're doing this with the helicopter shots.
Mm-hmm.
Omni-man and Invincible touched down here during their terrible battle.
Minutes before they carried their...
I thought he was gonna get taken out by Omni-Man.
How could someone who promised to keep us safe harm that threat?
Yeah, they got a lot of them.
As we pick up the pieces.
We're gonna use
Actually,
those guys?
I was wondering if they're gonna use them for the cloning thing.
Actually, don't mind those two.
There's been no sign of Omni-man, Invincible, since yesterday. Time we hope to know what ended this attack. We can be thankful that the danger is behind us.
Maybe.
We don't know where Omni-Man was going.
Don't try to talk.
Oh, they gave him his teeth back.
You're safe now. I'm so proud of you. I'll let you rest.
Debbie? Nolan Grayson officially died when the house across the street exploded from a gas leak. And don't be alarmed if you see yourself and Mark on the news. We sent proxies to the funeral so your lives can go back to some kind of normal once Mark's healed up.
Normal?
I'm sorry. What I meant was...
No, this is all very kind.
Yeah.
It's...
Nolan was doing everything under my nose and I never saw it.
Oh, so he goes in the robot suit, huh?
Is Rex gonna have the big speech?
He might.
We haven't earned it yet.
Seriously?
I said stop!
Oh.
Now we look like a team.
Mark did some pretty good healing, and I assume that was like a 24, 48-hour period there?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, they just passed each other.
Oh.
So I guess we
Weird.
can kind of...
Everybody's going on with their lives.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to Omni-Man.
Yeah, he's just gone.
Hey, William.
Oh, hey, Eve.
Have you heard from Mark?
Not since that stuff between him and his dad on the news.
Oh.
Shit.
You know he's invincible?
You know too? You think he's okay?
I don't know.
Yeah,
he's healing up.
That was a hell of a thing you did there, kid.
I thought it might have been a dream.
I wish it were. We'll let you out in a day or two.
Where'd he go?
We'll talk later.
Wait. Aren't you gonna tell me what happened?
Come with me. I wanted to tell you that your mother heard everything.
How could you do that?
Your mother knew he killed the Guardians.
Wait a minute, where are we?
Lights.
testing everything to take him out.
Yeah, that looks like that's...
Oh, we got Immortal
Really?
back.
Lights.
What the hell just happened?
The water America drinks so conveniently is laced with a chemical that inhibits the ability to see certain frequencies of light. You'd be surprised how often we use this.
Wild.
We monitored your father until he left our solar system. He didn't change trajectory, so he's going somewhere pretty damn far away. Which means we, let's get you and your mother home first. We fixed the house.
Thanks, Cecil.
I'm going to go lie down for a bit.
I wonder if we're going to get Darkblood back then.
Guess who's finally getting his powers?
The trash bag.
You have to be prepared for anything.
I'm scared, Dad.
You're a Viltrumite.
I want to be just like you.
You will be, son.
Oh, God, that just seems like from so long ago.
I'm gonna order something for dinner.
No.
Want to get a pizza?
Every time I keep thinking the
not that
worst.
dark.
Mark!
Does this mean,
If you want. Looks like I wasn't the only person being lied to.
you know Omni-man is
You
my...
said your dad was killed when a gas line blew up across the street.
How did she know he was home?
Creeping on the house.
Do you want to talk about it?
I think I do.
This gonna be my girl?
Oh, man, it's so good to see you're all right. I mean, after everything on the TV about you and Omni.
She knows. She knows.
They know?
Let's go out.
You've seen a lot of him this episode.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Debbie.
Debbie,
What can I do for you?
I wish you'd come back.
You mean the man who you thought he
Yeah,
was?
the old version.
Yeah.
Pour me one of those.
How's your mom taking it?
Can we talk about something else?
It's literally all anyone is talking about in the whole world.
They both give him the mean eye.
Hold on.
I need you now.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
Someone's flying towards Earth from deep space.
You might as well know about me. Well, I'm Adam Eve.
What? You can make doubles of yourself.
No.
Oh, of course.
Oh, no.
I don't think it's gonna be Omni-man.
Seth Rogen.
That's me.
Hey.
I thought I was too late. There's a Viltrumite living on your planet.
That.
Wait, what? You already know?
Grab a seat. This may take a while.
And your dad tried to take over the planet, but then left? That is super weird for a Viltrumite.
Seth
They don't
Rogen,
just
isn't it?
give up. They're relentless. They destroyed my world when my people rebelled against them.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. From the sounds of it, I'm the one who should be apologizing. If I'd checked my orders properly, I would have seen that Earth was flagged for Viltrumite takeover. Could have warned you. A coalition of planets will want to hear about you. A power struggle's brewing in the farthest reaches of space.
What kind of power struggle?
The coalition is trying to unite enough worlds to stop the Viltrumite Empire that no one's even heard of a Viltrumite abandoning their post. It's insane. It just doesn't happen. Could be the advantage we've been looking for.
Let me know if I can do anything to help.
Trust me, when they set their sights on a planet, they don't give up without a fight. What's the plan in the meantime?
Oh, these guys.
Oh, remember those guys?
Yeah.
Doing a little cleanup.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not even cleanup. He's gathering everyone.
Oh, that guy. Oh, this guy.
There's Battle Beast. Why did they just call him?
Oh, they got an army of those things.
Yep.
Finish high school, I guess.
What is high school?
I was going to say,
Yeah.
That's it?
That's the big finish.
Oh,
That is
wow.
such a setup for the next season, though.
Wow.
If there's any, no,
Nothing.
nothing.
Come on.
You know, that was the kind of episode where it's interesting because 7 almost felt like the finale and 8 felt like the one that kind of tie up all the loose ends and get us ready and send us off waiting for season 2. And it certainly did that. We had all the kind of the reveals. Everything is out there. Everybody knows who everybody is. But we saw, let's kind of, I guess, talk about the last, I don't know, maybe 2 minutes of that where we saw, you know, the Mauler twins getting back. We all of a sudden, but then a bunch of the enemies that we fought are rebuilding their armies, so to speak. We got the Cecil's making the whole army of cyborgs, which will help out, I suppose. And our the one villain, yeah, the one villain who could control the Earth, he was building like an army of rock/lava men. So, I mean, if the Viltrumites are coming, I mean, if there's more than one Omni-man to deal with, I don't know what they're going to do.
And when remember, they're the best of the best.
Yeah.
They eliminated the weakest on that planet. So then when you have those coming back, the Viltrumites coming, yeah, you're going to need the best of the best of the best. And who knows if they're going to be able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, Mark's going to have to gain maybe some more superpowers or something. He's got to become stronger, I would think.
beats me, man. Well, I wonder if it, without knowing anything about the comics, I wonder if it's like because we see when he gets like super pissed.
Yeah, he had that big explosion that one
adrenaline,
time.
just a surge of adrenaline.
So I wonder if it's just more maturity to get a better understanding of his full potential, because maybe he's just not at full potential yet, or whatever. But.
You probably have something there with that, because look how old Omni-Man is, and he said that it'd be how many hundreds of years until he even looks 30.
Yeah,
and yet Omni-Man, obviously with the gray hair, he looks like he's, you know, quote unquote in his 40s or 50s. So all that experience and all that time and what he's been doing, he's probably super strong.
And I guess with how fast Mark has picked everything up to at least go toe to toe with Omni-Man for a bit, maybe he does have a lot more untapped potential than we know about.
I mean, I agree 100% with Mason Quinn. I think episode 7, that felt like the big season finale. Episode 8 was kind of just ushering us into the next season, which I'm fine with, right? I think they did tie up a lot of loose ends. They gave us, you know, some teasers for next season. You know, kind of, you know, showed that that Mark isn't just all like gung ho, I'm ready to go again. Like, he's trying to process everything that's happened. The mom is obviously having a very difficult time with everything. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens in season 2. My issue is if the Viltrumites like are coming back and there's 5 or 10 or 20 equivalents of Omni-Man. I mean, what are we doing here?
Yeah, they're gonna have
much less hundreds. You
figure
know?
out some kind of kryptonite.
I mean,
maybe.
So that's kind of like what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, with what we saw from Omni-Man and how powerful he was. Yeah, they had, you know, the Lion-O or the Battle Cat or whatever, you know, Battle Beast, you know, we had some of the other, you know, alien creatures that were pretty powerful in their own right. But I'm thinking 20, 30, how many Viltrumites are we talking? 500? 1,000?
We don't know how many
10,000?
We just know the population was cut in half. They got rid of their weak.
But it's just a situation where I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around how they defeat the Viltrumites if they come back, but I guess that's why there's going to be a season 2, and there's a 1,000% chance that we're going to be diving right in.
Oh, I can't wait to see where it goes from there.
Well, and they did show that whole army of cyborgs. I mean, 3 cyborgs were doing some work to Omni-Man there in that battle. Now, they ended up losing,
but they worked him
they
good.
They were holding their own for a minute. Yeah.
But that's what it was. That's what everything they threw at him was buying time. So maybe if you get something to buy time for when Mark comes back in season 2 and gets more powerful, maybe that's what they need.
Inevitable.
Yeah, with this episode was like you pretty much said, you know, 7 was pretty much like the go home, and this was to at least tie up some whatever loose ends they had while ushering in at that time, potential season 2, right?
Yeah.
So we get the, being lucky again that we get to know that there's a season 2, where I'm sure up until what was it, a couple weeks ago, that they did a teaser of like when it's coming back, but I don't know when everyone got to find out season 2 got greenlit. So if there was a gap, you know, if they didn't come out immediately saying it got greenlit and you had to wait for a couple weeks or months, I would have been right there with you, just like, give me some news.
Well, then what was nice about this episode too is they had the Guardians of the Globe were actually starting to work as a team together.
Yep.
So that's going to be helpful for Mark for the next season. Then we're going to see where Adam Eve comes into play with this as well as Amber and William. You know, they're going to be doing some. So
I kind of wanted. We didn't talk too much about that. Well, I think you touched on it. The whole Amber thing. I think who was saying that on the panel here that she was going to be like a villain?
That was me. That was my thought.
Okay. Well, we got
maybe.
Well, a lot of our questions definitely got answered here. Well, in these last 2 episodes, you know, Amber is just a normal human who's not a villain. Just so far.
Not a villain. My early prediction of Omni-Man, you know, look, I'm not going to try to take credit for some sort of like groundbreaking prediction that nobody else saw coming. But it was, you know, the feeling that I got
in episode 3.
Pretty much, is what happened. So that was kind of verified. Was the Chicago scene a little much for you guys? I mean, that was
No, actually, that's kind of what I wrote down here is showing all the death.
Yeah, it was like
because that's never touched on in any superhero movies except for maybe Hancock. They kind of talked about it a little bit.
Show the buildings collapsing, the cars flipping, and it's always just you never see what happens. And this they showed some pretty graphic stuff.
That subway,
the subway thing. Look, the building falling was pretty bad, but it's like, look, when buildings fall in cities, it's not like they're all evacuated when something happens as fast, and it's not like people all get away. I mean. But the subway thing was, that was especially brutal. And in fact, I don't know. Well, of course, it's never anything you would see in a movie. And this is a very unique animated series. So even if it's fictional, I don't think I've ever seen a level of violence to match that portrayed in anything.
Well, because that's always the thing in Man of Steel where him and Zod are battling. They're destroying a city, but that last couple and their kid that he was gonna laser vision. That's when he finally said, "What happened to the rest of the city? You guys just blew each other up."
Well, let's not forget. Then Batman vs Superman, the opening, they touched on it a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's not forget Civil War. That's when Wanda accidentally did that thing, and then the building, and then that's when literally the Civil War between the Avengers started. So there's been touches, but nothing with comparable the perspective of actually showing all of it, and then they give you a glimmer of hope when the building is collapsing, when he has the mom and then the kid.
Yeah.
But damn well.
I was like, all right, they're going to do a hard tease, and then he's just going to fly away knowing that the building is done because he can't do anything. Nope, I was wrong.
Nope, lost everybody.
I actually appreciate that the show took that risk to show all that because, again, it's an animated series. They have a lot more freedom of what they can do. I am not hating on it 1 ounce. Maybe in some eyes, it's like Dave was saying, maybe it was a bit much, but for me, I appreciate it though. Because you get a different perspective of hardcore.
Yeah. I do like how raw and real it is. Like, look, when a city's destroyed, there's going to be horrible things that happen like that. The subway thing, I think the buildings thing, and almost the building things, like you kind of said it. I don't want to say it, brings a sense of realism because it's an animated series, but you're like, Answer's joking they're tearing apart the city, and there's the 3 people over in the corner, and that's the only people we're worried about in the whole city. And it's like, what about people in the parked cars when they're all flipping? There's bad things that happen, and so again, they showed the dark side of that, which is so different from some of the other stuff that we've seen, and being as graphic as they were, was kind of par for the course for the show, but still what you weren't ready to see. But the subway thing, man, the subway thing wasn't collateral damage from their fight. The subway thing was a very deliberate act by Omni-Man to show watch what I can do. And
well, and not only was it Omni-Man showing what he can do, he was showing Mark look, there's gonna be these casualties when you try to fight me. Is this what you want? All these people, all this is happening because you want to fight me.
Did a landslide,
that's why he was showing
avalanche, that. And rock slide. Man,
I'm kind of glad you brought that up because as I was editing Zilla vs Kong, you kept bringing up in the reaction. Oh, well, there goes that tower. Well, here goes that building. You guys were calling it out there. Here we actually got an animated series showing us
the consequences of it.
These people are done.
Damage for it.
There is nothing. As Godzilla, the main focus is on Kong and Zilla. The 10,000 people that just died already.
Don't tell me you can evacuate a city.
In the rubble of all that, though, I did think it was cool seeing all the other superheroes come out and help. They knew
becoming a team.
We can't fight Omni-Man, but we can go into the city, and because we have special powers, we can. We're picking up large pieces.
They said
the robot can scan and look for life, and they can. He can scan and look for life. Okay, there's somebody that needs help. Okay, and then Monster Girl and then Adam and Eve, they can move stuff, and so it was cool to see them go in and help and kind of do their part without necessarily getting in the fight and showing that look. The superpowers doesn't always have to be about this huge battle with some alien. It can be just about doing good, which we saw Adam and Eve do earlier on when she kind of
went around the world helping greeneries grow and
helping people. So there's more that team can do than just fight, and I think that was a cool thing to show.
The one line I want to bring up is as Mark was getting his face pounded, is I don't know how it hit you guys, but that actually kind of impacted me a little bit. Is when Omni was yelling, "What are you gonna have left after 500 years?" And Mark goes, "I'll still have you, Dad." I was like, "Oh, what a line!" And that was just so. This whole show with some of their stuff is just so perfectly executed.
I think you heard me just go, "Wow."
Yeah, and that's what kind of triggered that memory with Omni-Man, and that was really well done. And just real quick, the one thing I wanted to touch on, not to divert too hard, but it turns out that Robot's plan wasn't this huge, nefarious, evil plan to take over the world. All he wanted to do was to make Monster Girl feel better.
I just want to be a real boy.
That's all he wanted.
I want to be a real boy.
I mean, all
look,
the theories,
it's a Rudy you can cheer for.
No kidding. I mean, you remember all the ideas we had? We're like, oh, what's Robot up to? He's the one controlling Omni-Man. Something's going on.
Omni-Man.
We had all these theories, and they're all just blown out of the water.
And he double-crossed the Maulers. It was great.
Well, when that happened, I was wondering, obviously, after it played out, he used them. But then it was like, wow, he used them, and then he's really going to try putting them back? Because I still had in my head, he's got an evil plan, but it wasn't.
It wasn't.
His evil plan was for good.
That scene where, I'd still have you, Dad, that hit hard. Now, because some people on this panel haven't seen some movies, I'm going to be very vague about this, but I was in the theater with my brother when one of my nephews was very young, and we were watching a movie where there was an altercation between a son and a father. I don't know, Dave,
I'm going
to be super vague, super vague. There was an altercation between a son and a father where the son actually did something. It was reverse, bad to the father. And my nephew was very young at the time and had made some regards about, the dad, not loving the son or something anymore. And it was this weird interaction between my brother and my son. And because the dad kind of forgave the son for what happened, my nephew was too young to kind of understand, and I don't remember the interactions, but my brother kind of turned to my son and was like, "No," he goes, "it doesn't matter what happens. The father will always love and always forgive the son." And it was this weird, really emotional, moment in the theater. Then of course the movie went on and
they never spoke of it.
No, but it always kind of stuck with me. Now that I have a son of my own, it's you hate to imagine any sort of situation happening where you'd have to put yourself in that sort of frame of mind to where they were at. But that kind of reminded me of that scene that I saw with my brother and my nephews. It was flip flopped again with the roles. But so that reminded me of that, and that was a powerful scene. I'd still have you, and then it's of course what put the dad into remembering. Now it's interesting. Is Omni-Man now going back to Viltrumite and
to stop them?
Exactly.
Is he going back to stop them, or is he going back to say Omni-Man is the Viltrumite?
Well, that was my charge. That was what I was going to ask you guys. I mean, we're caught up with everybody now, right? So we're on a level playing field of early predictions for season 2.
What if Omni-Man is going back and making up some mumbo jumbo about Earth not being worth a Viltrumite takeover? He was the guy who was designated to go to Earth. Is he going to go back to because as the guy said, when Viltrumites got their eyes set on a planet, they're pretty aggressive. Well, what if Omni-Man goes back to Viltrumite and says something along the lines of Earth's not worth it, their natural resources, whatever, blah 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 blah, and he does his part to get them to leave Earth alone? I'm wondering that.
Yeah, for season 2 anyway, my prediction would be short of Mark gaining some amazing powers, I almost think that Omni-Man has to go back, tell them either he did the job or it's not worth it, and maybe the Viltrumites aren't going to want to stop, and then Omni-Man has to make yet another turn and help Mark fight the Viltrumites, who knows, along with everybody else, because he's way too powerful for them to take.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you bring back 2, 5, 10, 100, 10,000. What are we talking about?
I mean, even 2.
Yeah,
two a year.
Yeah, and again, folks, we don't know anything about comics, so be careful on your comments if we're even close, because we don't want to know. We're just making early predictions.
It's gonna way too early predictions. It's gonna be great.
What's your prediction on it?
I think that he's going to go back and tell him, and then I think while he's going back to tell him, that's the chance for Mark to become the hero, and he's going to defend against all the baddies that we saw making a rise. You're going to see Guardians become more of a team and also help him. And then Adam Eve is also going to be around there helping. And he's going to have his own little team himself with Amber, Adam Eve, and William.
God, what a tease that would be if we didn't even see Omni-Man in the second season.
Like, you don't see him until like the very end or something like that. So so the whole build, the whole season is just be on Mark getting more and more inclined as a hero.
They could absolutely, put off some sort of return from Omni-Man to season 3 and have season 2 just be about Mark. And
and before we go again, the voice acting is just amazing on this show.
Lights out.
Just amazing from everyone from Stephen Yeun to J.K. Simmons to Sandra Oh to everyone. It was awesome.
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen at the end.
He just showed up and did his thing.
Him and Evan are producers. Well, they made sure they put together an excellent crew for this because they weren't going to let this one slip up. And we had a great time watching it. I can't believe season 1 is over. Can't wait for season 2.
So pump your brakes because I didn't even get any predictions out yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I saw you go like this.
I was letting them, and I was like, "Is he really going
to the?" I saw you go like this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't know. So real quick, my prediction for it is I think somehow, some way, they will gain an advantage. Very, very slight one. It will be like a last second. Oh, we figured this out, and they'll start kind of getting an edge over them, and then Mark is going to be in trouble. Omni-Man sees that, basically people are falling. He's going to sacrifice himself. Mark has basically put the final nail in the coffin on everything, and that's my prediction for how that's going to potentially happen.
This just hit me right now. What if they use the Mauler twins and use some DNA from Mark and grow an army of Viltrumites?
Also, that laser that they were testing out, or that big weapon that was melting through stuff too. I wonder.
Yeah, they were showing a bunch of tech.
What were they shooting through? Is what I was wondering.
This is what I like about not knowing what's in the comic, because obviously the comics have all the answers.
They lay it all out.
I'm excited. We're caught up. It's coming later this year.
Ready to go.
It's awesome. Now Dave is done. I thought he gave me the go home before. I was mistaken. So for Diamond Dave down there, Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn.
What a series.
I'm of course the answer. Good night, pals.
God, that was good.
What a series.
We'll catch you on season 2.